He poured hot water on his boss's leg, just to test if he really had no feeling. While feeding his boss, he kept staring at the sexy secretary. But this unreliable caregiver not only wasn't fired, he was offered a high salary. Dres is a just-released ex-convict, and Philippe is a paralyzed billionaire. Two people with completely opposite fates eventually became each other's best friends. A few days ago, Philippe was hiring a caregiver. These people were all professionals with rich nursing skills, but this black man just wanted to collect signatures to complete his failed job applications. As long as he got rejected 3 times, he would receive government unemployment benefits. Philippe asked him curiously, "Don't you have other ambitions in life?" Philippe smiled knowingly, but Dres said he was in a hurry to go to the next place, and wanted them to hurry up and sign. Philippe, amused by his directness, didn't immediately reject him. Instead, he told him to come back tomorrow for the signature. Dres, just out of prison, felt lost. With no money, he desperately needed some income, because he had 8 younger siblings at home. After everyone had fallen asleep, his tired mother came home. Dres took out a gift he had prepared, one he had stolen from Philippe's house. Having spent half a year in prison, he begged his mother for forgiveness, but his mother yelled at him and kicked him out of the house. After Dres left, his mother couldn't help but cry for her hopeless son. With nowhere to go, Dres sat outside all night, and only got up at dawn to go for the signature. Sitting on the subway to the city, he felt a wave of confusion. In this vast city, there was no place for him. Soon he arrived at Philippe's mansion. The butler, following Philippe's request, showed him to the room he had arranged for him. Dres didn't want to be a caregiver, but when he saw the big bathtub he'd always dreamed of, he was tempted, so he decided to stay. After some professional caregiver training, Dres was finally ready to give it a try. He spent half an hour washing Philippe's hair but didn't make any foam. When the caregiver came to check, they realized he had used foot wash as shampoo. To promote blood circulation, Philippe had to wear special stockings every day. At first, Dres refused, feeling it was too intimate. But in the end, he obediently put the stockings on Philippe. What he couldn't tolerate even more was having to clean Philippe's bowel movements. Dres immediately protested. In the following days, Dres often slacked off, and kept forgetting that Philippe was paralyzed. When the phone rang, he'd even hand it to Philippe. But strangely, Philippe never got angry at Dres for being unprofessional. One day, they were preparing to go out. Normally, Philippe used a special vehicle for the disabled, but Dres just ripped off the cover of the nearby luxury car. He floored the gas pedal and drifted to the door, but found the car blocked outside. Philippe told him, "This person often does this." So Dres didn't give in, and told him. Philippe's friend was concerned about him, because he had investigated Dres' background, learning he had been in prison for half a year for robbing a jewelry store. He warned Philippe to stay away from people like him, saying Dres had no sympathy. But Philippe calmly responded, because that's exactly what he wanted. Dres' lack of sympathy gave Philippe exactly what he needed: the right to be treated as an ordinary person, and the courage to embrace life again. That night, Philippe's pager suddenly went off, and Dres rushed to check. He found Philippe gasping for breath, with a painful expression and unable to speak. Dres immediately sensed something was wrong. He quickly ran to the bathroom, dampened a towel, and gently placed it on Philippe's face. Under his care, Philippe's emotions gradually stabilized. Before this, Philippe had only seen Dres as someone to pass the time with, but now he realized that compared to the professional caregivers, this black caregiver cared more about his life and death than about his salary. Not long after, Philippe had another episode. This time, Dres just picked him up, fixed him in the wheelchair, and pushed him out the door. They wandered by the Seine River at 4 a.m. The fresh air felt good to Philippe. He said it was a side effect of the medication. While they were talking, Philippe started hurting again. Dres immediately handed him a cigarette. After spending the night together, Philippe began to see Dres as a friend. Their relationship had shifted from employer-employee to trust, and Dres' honesty made Philippe feel accepted. So he opened up to Dres, sharing the past he'd never been able to face. "My wife got pregnant once, twice, but ultimately miscarried 5 times. The doctor told us she could never bear children again. To distract her, I took her skydiving, but we ran into bad weather, and in the accident, I lost the ability to walk, and lost my beloved wife." Dres was amazed by Philippe's story, and he shared his own secret. That night, they opened up to each other. Like close friends,